Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and I want to do another one of these videos where I sort of go over what one of these category, like these saga categories is missing, right? I probably could actually do one of these for the Buu saga. I mean, now a large portion of the Buu saga has been taken care of, but that's still like probably the arc that has the most characters in it, maybe outside of the Universal Survival arc. Universal Survival arc is probably number one in all of Dragon Ball, right? Unless we're talking about, like, I don't know, maybe like the Dragon Ball Heroes technically category would have the most, right? But you guys get what I'm saying. So today we're going to look at the Shadow Dragon saga, which is just like, you know, for a while, like when I was growing up, you know, the Shadow Dragon saga was the most hyped stuff there is, right? Like Omega Shenron was the strongest Dragon Ball villain, right? Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was like the pinnacle, like of Dragon Ball like character strength, right? So it's interesting that Dokkan has done almost nothing with it in 5 years. Now, I have been on record many times as saying I think that a new Gogeta and Omega will be arriving for the 350 million download celebration. It would make a lot of sense to me to sort of redo that, similar to the way that they redid the LR Super Saiyan 4s, who are very fine, by the way. We don't need... So, this video, we're going to go over a bunch of characters that this category needs, right? I will not... They don't need a new Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta or Goku. We could get a transforming Vegeta and Goku or something like that. And then, like, Great Ape Vegeta definitely is one. But, like, just like a new Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, we don't need. Because we've already got the LR, who is, you know, still maybe, like, top 10 best units in the game, top 15 at absolute worst. He's still on that level for sure. So is Goku. And then this guy's getting an Easy A soon. So, I mean, we're going to have two Super Saiyan 4 Vegetas that, you know, could be borderline top 15 best units in the game. So I don't really think we need another Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. And then obviously there's only Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta in the Shadow Dragon saga, right? Whereas Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you know, he's in the Baby saga, Super 17 saga, and Shadow Dragon. So like we could get a lot more versions of Goku because like they need to do the final explosion version of Goku that fights Super 17. You know, we potentially could get another one that fights Baby, although the STR Dokkan Fest one is from the Baby saga, right? You guys get what I'm saying. So, alright, I mean, I'm pretty sure I have every unit on this category, too, by the way, outside of just a couple of, like, I don't keep, like, the rare Shadow Dragons, like, that, I just don't see really much point. Now, if we examine this category right now, most of this is fodder, by the way, they're just not good enough to be used nowadays, right? Like, basically, like, all this stuff, right? Like, Majub is just no... Like, this guy shouldn't even be on the category. They should move this guy over to the Baby Saga category. This character does not appear in the Shadow Dragon Saga. I hate that. It's just stupid to me. Now, this Goku is solid. He's an Easy A unit. You know, he's relatively new. Came out during the 4-year anniversary. He's good. But, I mean, honestly, this could be a Dokkan Fest LR. This moment right here, the Universal Spirit Bomb. So, we'll see. They definitely could redo that. Pan could definitely get a better card. This Pan is decent. If she got an Easy A, she'd be interesting. But she would get her Easy A from, what, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku Easy A? So that's, I mean, we're talking a long time away. Oceanus needs an Awakening right here. She's already really good. She'll be crazy good when she gets an Awakening. Like, this Trunks is fodder. Same thing. No, this guy awakens from Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta medals. So, again, same thing. His Easy A is infinity away. So, we might as well just get a new Trunks, a new Pan, right? And then, of course, you know, Gohan, like, Gohan and Goten, we don't even have, like TUR Super Saiyan versions of them from, like, any saga, right? And, like, they fight in all these sagas just to basically to buy time for Goku in every saga, and they get their asses kicked, but we still could get decent versions of these characters, right? You know, could help out several different category teams, could be good for, like, this category, right? Stuff like that. So, alright, let's go ahead and jump over, and let's take a look at what we need, right? Oh, by the way, Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku with his Dragon Fist, that's another, like, LR-worthy card for sure, right? Like, this guy, like, imagine this guy is an LR right now. Like, it would be insane, right? And, like, the Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku with the glow and everything is just really cool. So, we definitely need, I believe this is Haze Shenron. I'm actually not super familiar on a lot of the Shenron names. I've only watched the Shadow Dragon Saga a couple of times, actually. Well, the beginning portions of it leading up to when, it gets... I think it gets pretty good once Sin Shenron shows up. You know, and then it's just a constant... I mean... Really, once Goku starts fighting Nova Shenron, it's just a constant battle until the Universal Spirit Bomb finishes things off. Like, they're just fighting nonstop, right? So, that is pretty good, pretty cool. Alright, so we definitely need this guy. You know, all the Shadow Dragons should have TURs. Look at Legends is going to do another thing where they're going to give us like sort of like free-to-play versions of the Z fighters, it appears like, very similar to what Dokkan did with Team Bardock, and then what Dokkan also did with the Ginyu Force. Well, honestly, the Z fighters need it more than Team Bardock. Team Bardock is like fodder compared to the Z fighters in relevance to the series, right? And then also, I would argue that the Shadow Dragons could really use it, right? Because a lot of these Shadow Dragons, like, unless they're going to release... I mean, they could easily make them very good, like, free-to-play EZA units or something like that, right? Like, look, like, Lord Slug right now. Like, we could easily get, like, a Haze Shenron or something like that on that level. I mean, because Lord Slug is a character that's going to get a Dokkan Fest exclusive at some point. For sure he is. So, like, Haze Shenron is not, right? So, he could get the free-to-play EZA. That would be a lot better for him. All right, so continuing on. We have... This is... I can't remember. I actually can't remember what Shenron this is. Because I always get this one confused with the mole one that absorbs Pan and stuff like that. That one is actually interesting, and that one we could make a summonable unit for sure, because he does like the Kamehameha. Like, he could be on like the Kamehameha category, right? But a lot of these Shadow Dragons are really just fodder. Like, they need standalone cards that are decent, because they very easily could, create like a Shadow Dragon category as well, of just all the Shadow Dragon characters, but like, that should be a ways off, and then, they easily could do something like... The reason making the smaller categories could be good is because, like, it's going to make it, like, the combo leader skills interesting, right? So, like, if there was a leader that was, like, I don't know, like, Shadow Dragon and then Artificial Life Form or something like that, right? Like, something like that would be interesting, but, I mean, none of the Shadow Dragons are on Artificial Life Form is the only problem. So, I don't know, like... If there was an Omega and he was like a Shadow Dragon leader / like full power, like there's not really many categories that they're on, which is stupid. I mean, they really need to like make category, like if they're going to make all these fodder categories, like at least do it to get like Super 17 hit and like the Shadow Dragons on categories, because they need it more than anyone, right? All right, let's continue on. We got this as Oceanus' dragon form. Now, again, we do have Oceanus in her sort of female form right here. Now, Oceanus Shenron is also, I believe, a rare card that is like, maybe still the best rare card in the game or close to it. Probably one of the Dragon Ball Saga World Tournament banner cards is actually one of the best. Is actually probably the best rare in the game. But the Oceanus Shenron, the rare like dragon form of her, was the only AGL ceiling unit for quite a long time. You combine that with Super Vegeta and his ridiculous damage countering, and that made, this rare Oceanus very good for quite a while, but obviously, we need an updated version, right? Then, of course, so here we go. Here we get to the Mole Dragon. Now, this guy's got a couple of different forms. This is his true form right here. He absorbs a mole, which turns him into this version. And then, of course, he absorbs Pan, which turns him into this. Now, this, again, this is a boss we did fight during the 4-year anniversary, but he needs to be a card. And again, he would be on the Kamehameha team. Like, I like buffing the Kamehameha team as much as possible because, that honestly, that category is starting to get pretty interesting. And like, if this guy was just like, I don't know, 120% attack and defense at the start of turn, then he gave like 2 key and 20% attack and defense to all allies or something like that, like that makes him really good. Like that's, that like Golden Cooler is not like a unstoppable juggernaut, but he's so useful to have around because he does that. 2 key and 20% attack and defense to all allies. He's just so versatile. If you guys watch a lot of my showcases, I love using Golden Cooler when I can because units like that are just so valuable. And it helps with some of these category teams that have just a wide variety of characters that don't link well, right? Like the Kamehameha category. You've got Cell, Boo, Goku Black, like every version of Goku, every version of Gohan, every version of Goten, Master Roshi, Grandpa Gohan, Jackie Chun, like you've got all of this stuff, right? And then eventually, we get a TN that's on the Kamehameha category. Like so many characters use the Kamehameha, so... this guy would be great. Definitely give us like a strong version of this guy would be cool. Transforming, right? Okay, then, of course, Nova Shenron. Now, Nova actually is, among what we have from the Shadow Dragon saga, Nova is pretty much one of the best, because Nova, he got an EZA just a little over a year ago now at this point, or just a little under a year, right? He came out, basically, like, it was like August 1st or something like that, his EZA came out, and it's funny, he came out and he still hasn't really had his time to shine, but he's a Shadow Dragon Saga support type unit, 30% attack and defense. Could be better because he could give ki as well, but he's still really good. And then he gets 90% attack and defense, so he himself's at 120% attack and defense. His attack is high, his defense is okay. It's just the Shadow Dragon Saga team is dead. Like honestly, it was dead on arrival. Like it's like it was really poor design to start with the Shadow Dragon Saga because, like, in order to run it, you needed... Okay, so they came out in August... so they came out in August of 2017, right? Omega and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And then, Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, the 2-year anniversary units, they came out in February. Well, I guess the Super Saiyan 4 Goku is irrelevant to what I'm going to say, but you needed 3 of, like, the last, like, 6 Dokkan Fest exclusives in order to run the Shadow Dragon team, and that includes pulling the 2 most recent ones from the Dual Dokkan Fest, both Omega and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So it was just so unrealistic. Whereas the Fusion team, you get Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then the rest of the units were on his banner on JP, by the way. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks Physical, in Gogeta, all of them were on that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta banner, so it was super easy to build his team, which made him way more valuable on his release, and the Shadow Dragon Saga team was just so limited at the time of its release. Like, you barely even had a team. I mean, Fusion wasn't big either, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? So, it's just like, the Shadow Dragon team has never had a chance to shine. So, like, by giving, number one, we need a new leader. I mean, I still think the $350 million celebration is very likely. I mean, we will see, right? But Nova does sort of have, like, the shelled form of his. Like, we could easily get, like, a transforming version of him where he has a shell on and then breaks his shell and, comes into his gold version, right? The gold version is the one we have in-game right now. Then there also is... Okay, like, if we look at the category, right? Like, there's a lot of characters like Goku. So, Goku... I don't recall Goku using anything besides base and Super Saiyan 4, actually. I mean, in one of those episodes against the earlier Shadow Dragons, he probably does use, like, Super Saiyan 1 or something like that, which, we can get that version in here. Now, Vegeta is base a lot. We easily could get a base form Vegeta that transforms into Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Again, there could be, like, a Great Ape Golden Vegeta. Like, there's a lot they could do with Vegeta from this arc, honestly, which would really help, like, the Vegeta family team out. Now, we do have this Super Saiyan version of Vegeta. This basically is the version that does fight Omega Shenron, but... this guy is very old, and he's just a free-to-play unit. Like, if we give him an easy A, because he already awakened from the World Tournament as well, if we give him an easy A, he could be interesting. But, they easily could just do a new version of this guy. I mean, that would be pretty good. I don't think I've done a Rainbow video on this guy yet. I don't think so. I don't think I've done the Rainbow video. I've got, like, 50 units of Rainbow that I haven't done videos on, though, so, keep that in mind. But... yeah, so, like, base form Vegeta, obviously, like, a transforming Vegeta, all types of stuff. By the way, like, a Goku, Pan, and Giru card. I don't have him pulled up, but a standalone Giru as well for the Shadow Dragon Saga would be good. Again, he could be, like a pure Saiyan and Hybrid Saiyan support type unit or something like that, which could make him good for the Dragon Ball Seeker team as well, because he could be on that one. We do have the Baby Saga version of Giru that would be on the Dragon Ball Seeker team, but we could also get a Shadow Dragon Saga one that maybe buffs, like, Pure Saiyan and Hybrid Saiyan or something like that. And then he has, like, I don't know, 70% damage reduction, and then he's a Pure and Hybrid Saiyan support. Like, I feel like that'd be an interesting unit, right? Like, that'd be cool. And then, of course, Ice Shenron. As of right now, all we have for Ice Shenron is just this free-to-play unit that doesn't even awaken yet. Like, absolutely. Like, look what they just did with Slug and Frieza, how they awakened them and instantly gave them easy A's. I mean, my man Ice Shenron easily could get that, and he could get a summonable version, and we could definitely get a combo card of Ice and Nova. I mean, absolutely. I think that borderline could be an LR, like, free-to-play LR, or, like, a legendary summon LR, like, during, like a slow period, right? Like, I don't know, like, April. Like, they could have been, like, rather than Vegeta and Nappa, we could have gotten, like, LR, Nova Shenron, and Ice Shenron. Would they have been more hyped to people than Vegeta and Nappa? Maybe. I don't know. GT does always seem to sell well in Dokkan. Sin Shenron. Now, my idea for the $350 million download celebration is they just give us a standalone new Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Now, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta does use a lot of techniques, and he has a lot of techniques in, like, Dragon Ball Heroes and various other forms of Dragon Ball media. So he would be fine. He doesn't need to be transforming. They could give him active skill shenanigans. He could be very interesting. It's Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, right? Like, he's awesome. Now, for Omega, we have two Omegas. This guy's super good. This guy's good, but like Nova, he doesn't really have a lot of use because he's on so little teams. He's great on full power though. And then this Omega, I mean, is great for like Super Battle Road, but like don't end up using him much. So what they need to do is give us a Sin Shenron that absorbs all the Dragon Balls and transforms into Omega Shenron. That would be cool. The only thing is, I don't know if they would put that Sin/Omega on Transformation Boost. Because, like, remember, Majin Vegeta, his transformation is not on Transformation Boost, and neither is Turles or any fusions, right? So, I mean, that would suck, because one thing that would really help about a transforming Sin Shenron into Omega is it would give him an extra category Transformation Boost. So hopefully they would deem that worthy. I don't know if they would. I feel like they wouldn't. Like, that would be more like Turles or Majin Vegeta than, you know, say, like, I don't know, Blue Kaioken Goku or something like that, but we'll see. Now this, yeah, okay. This is obviously a summonable LR, Dokkan Fest summonable LR. They could do two different versions of this. They could just do Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, or they could do Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Gogeta. Both would work, right? And, like, I don't know, they could do, like, it could be a base form Goku and Vegeta that transform into Super Saiyan 4 and then fuse into Gogeta. Like, there's a lot. And, I mean, that version, like, if they did that, so let's say they do that, right? Base Goku and Vegeta transform into Super Saiyan 4 and then fuse into Gogeta. They would be on Transformation Boost, because they transform into Super Saiyan 4, so that would be awesome. And then, like, I don't care. Like, the Super Saiyan 4s are still just, like, the coolest, man. Like, I actually think, you know, Ultra Instinct is the coolest, but, like, Super Saiyan 4s for me are, like, right there. Like, I think they're, I mean, Vegeta's pants look stupid, right? But, like, you know, they're super freaking awesome. Now, Omega does 500 billion attacks. I mean, they could do so much shit with Omega. Like, don't even play with me, right? Also, by the way, all 7 Shadow Dragons on one card, I think would also be really, really good. That would be an amazing, amazing, amazing card. Strong LR, all of that stuff. Now, okay, this is funny. So, we definitely could get a GT Mr. Satan, but I do think, like, this is hilarious, right? Like, he survives an attack from Omega Shenron. It's so crazy, man. So crazy. Like, look, Mr. Satan survives an attack from Omega Shenron. Like, just look at how goofy that is, right? So funny. And then, of course, here we go. This is big. So, here we have when Vegeta turns into Super Saiyan 4. Now, there's several different things we could do with this. Like, I don't have a picture of it pulled up, but we very easily could do, like, a Bulma and Vegeta card that transforms Vegeta into Super Saiyan 4. I mean, that would be interesting. Again, we could do a Golden Great Ape Vegeta card. Just a Great Ape one for the Giant category. But then we also could have one that, you know, transforms into Super Saiyan 4. You know, like, we could do that for Goku from the Baby Saga as well. Like, I still think that would be very good for, like, a Dokkan Fest, like, dual Dokkan Fest from the Baby Saga, right? It's like transforming Super Saiyan 4 Goku. You know, he could be on the Giant category as well as all these other ones. Like, the two Super Saiyan 4s, Goku and Vegeta, that's a huge way for them to buff the Giant category, by the way. Because easily having, like, different versions of transforming versions of these characters, and so many different ways they could go about it, right? You know, exchange, active skill, transformation, just the Giant transformation thing. Like, there's just a ton of stuff they could do here. So, you know, that definitely needs to happen, and that would be really big for this category, right? Now, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, again, he just does so much. Like, he is, like, goofing off. Like, he's only around for, what, like, one episode, but, like, there's so much shit they could do with him using, like, the multi-clone technique or whatever. Like, it could be really, really awesome. And, you know, he does his sort of, like, you know, little spoof surprise thing. Like, they could make this his active skill, where he does, like, that sort of multi-form thing, and then does, like, the confetti Kamehameha. And then, like, I don't know, like, that could, like, what if that gave you, like, 100% dodging for 2 turns? Or what if that made it so that the enemy could only attack Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? What about that? And, like, he was a super attack. Dude. So imagine that Gogeta does that move where he does the multi-form, then the confetti Kamehameha, and it makes it so that the enemy can only attack Gogeta on that turn. Like, every single attack spread out across the turn is aimed on Gogeta, and then Gogeta is either a normal counter unit or he's a super attack counter unit. Like, that would make him, and, like, I don't know, maybe if you could do it whenever you wanted. So, like, you do it turn 1. You could just use the active skill whenever you wanted. That is, like, how you make him the best character in the game, by the way. Because you would just always be able at any time to say, no, 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 no. You're not attacking Mr. Satan at the in slot 3. You're actually going to attack Gogeta, and you're going to get super attack countered. Like, that would be insane. They could easily do some stuff like that, right? Like, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, like, it's insane to me there's only one of him 5 years in. It's like they're really holding back on him because he is going to be a seller. You know, he is super damn cool. His aura looks unique and awesome. Like, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has got a lot of life in this game. There is this version, you know, Goku gets the Dragon Ball in his head after he swallows it when he's Super Saiyan 4, and then eventually Nova Shenron pops out. Now, that's the thing. We could get a super class version of Nova Shenron as well when he's fighting. I mean, Omega Shenron just minus, you know, the one Dragon Ball. That would work very well, I think. A super class Nova Shenron as well as the extreme class Nova Shenron. It would just be a very, very good idea. Now, Kibito Kai, again, he shows up a lot in Dragon Ball GT. So I really would like to see him be added into the game. You know, it would be good for, well, I guess, you know, God Key / Realm of Gods doesn't really need the help, right? But, you know, it would be cool to have that. I mean, he could easily be like a support type unit. I mean, I think he's going to be more important probably in the Baby Saga than in the Shadow Dragon Saga. But, like, you know, he shows up. I still wanted to, you know, get his face in here. Then all the Saiyans, right? So, like, you know, okay, so here's the end, right? We just got a whole bunch of the characters there. But, like, you know, Super Saiyan Goten, we don't have this. This is not a card in the game right now. Either is this, Super Saiyan Gohan GT. Now, this guy, I mean, well, these two are both opponents in the Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku stage. It's so mysterious that it's 2 years later and we haven't gotten cards for them, right? But, like, we do have a Super Saiyan version of Goten as well, but it's the baby-controlled one, right? Like, what we need is a standalone version. I mean, that would be good, again, for Hybrid Saiyans, Goku family, like, Kamehameha, all these teams, Shadow Dragon Saga, like, they could make these cards interesting. Like, I don't know, like, what if Goten, I don't know, if there's another Hybrid Saiyan on the team, he gets, like, 400% attack and defense or something like that. Like, just do interesting things like that. Like, you know, Trunks, now, Trunks, again, does have a version in the category right now, but it's not, this is the old-ass one. I mean, what's stupid is that this guy actually is fighting Baby. He's literally uppercutting Grade 8 Baby. Like, that's what the card art is, right? But they, you know, because of them putting out the Shadow Dragon Saga way too early, the way they did, they just threw him on here. And then Majub, I mean, I'm almost certain, this is Majub from the Baby Saga as well, right? But they put him on here, so, I mean, we could get new versions of him. I mean, Majub is probably coming up on an EZA sooner than Trunks, because he'll probably EZA from the Hero and Villain Extermination event, but, you know, you guys get what I'm saying. Okay, so, again, Trunks, you know, we definitely get, like, a GT Bulma. Like, why can't GT Bulma get a card? And people are going to say, oh, she's old, she shouldn't be on Peppy Gals like GT18. Like, are we morons here? Like, hold on. I remember I thought that was so stupid. Like GT18 is not on Peppy Gals, and people said, "Oh, she looks like a mom." Y'all saying moms can't be hot? You're gonna tell me that Android 18, GT Android 18 is not hot? Like, you're lying. You are a liar if you say that GT Android 18 is not hot. You're a liar if you say that you're not attracted to MILFs. I'm sorry. I'm calling you out. All right. GT18 should be on Peppy Gals. It's very stupid that she's not. The same exact way that they should make a GT Bulma card. Nope, that's future. The same exact way they should make a GT Bulma card, and then she should also be on Peppy Gals, right? So they should do that. And then, of course, you know, GT Videl deserves a card. She does have a possessed baby version that's a boss in the story event. You know, all that stuff needs to be released, right? Every version of every character ever should have a card. That's basically, right? We've been around for 5 years. Now, again, there's so many different, like, these guys are fighting for a while. You know, this is, like, the only time Gohan has Goku's outfit here with the symbol is during the Shadow Dragon Saga. We need multiple versions of this card and stuff like that. Again, there's Trunks right there. I mean, I almost feel like the Goku / Shenron card could low-key be, like, an LR for sure. I mean, I don't know what they would do with it, but, like, that could be, like, an LR. Goku and Vegeta Jr., I think, could definitely get new cards. What's funny is that there's, like, Goku Jr., they have him. I don't know that Goku Jr. would even be in... They don't have Vegeta Jr. in here? I just realized that. That's stupid. Vegeta Jr. is not on Shadow. Like, that just occurred to me. Maybe I must have complained about this last year. Doug, so what, the last episode of GT is its own saga? Like, shut up. Why is he, this, oh my. Alright, so Vegeta Jr. needs to be added to the Shadow Dragon Saga team, obviously. Goku Jr., I don't know what they're gonna do with him, because, I mean, he's from the special, from the Baby Saga, right? I mean, they easily could do a Goku Jr. as well, that's, you know, from the Shadow Dragon Saga, and then a Goku Jr. that's on the World Tournament category, because that's the one good thing about Vegeta Jr., right, is that he's on the World Tournament category. But, like, again, some of this stuff just needs to be fixed. I need a meeting with Akatsuki right now and go over all these changes they have to make. All right, now this. Here we go. This, to me, I think could qualify as, like, one of the best, like, this could be the best unit in the game. Here's what they do, right? Imagine, think of how good this is like literally the last shot of Goku from the last episode of GT, which again, after GT ended, there was no, like, Dragon Ball was off the air for almost 20 years, right? So they could make this card, right? Because while this Goku is like sort of walking around, they have flashbacks to all of Dragon Ball. You have this Goku, LR, summonable Dokkan Fest exclusive unit, his super attack animation. It could literally just be him doing something basic like a Kamehameha, but like, imagine if it's him doing the Kamehameha, but like they literally flash between like every single version of Goku from like Dragon Ball all the way to GT, like while he does it. Like, there's no, like, you couldn't tell me that would not be one of the most hype units ever. Like, literally, like, again, like, like, imagine how good the super attack animations look right now, and they're flashing between every single version of Goku. Like, you know, we get, like, Angel Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, you know, Kid Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku, you know, Kid Goku that fights Demon King Piccolo, you know, Kaioken Goku, like, just they go through all of that. Like, it would be incredible. Or just even a super attack, maybe Goku is just comboing, and then in between his combo, we get different flashes of iconic Goku moments. You know, him piercing through Demon King Piccolo, him beating Vegeta's Gallic Gun with his Kamehameha, maybe him doing the Spirit Bomb against Frieza, him doing the Spirit Bomb against Kid Buu, him, you know, sacrificing his life to save Gohan and everyone else against Cell. Like, imagine if it was a card that did, like, dog, come on. Like, I am giving Akatsuki money. This is a money idea. When I was like doing the research here, like, okay, like, what does the Shadow Dragon Saga need? This seems like the best idea I've got of all of this. Like, this would be so good. I feel like this would be such a hit. Like, Akatsuki, call me. I don't need money. Just take my idea and use it. All right, just take the idea, use it, because that would sell. That would be a killer. Like a Goku Legacy card would be so sick. But again, the final episode of GT is part of the Shadow Dragon Saga. Don't play with me. He would need to be on that. Same way Vegeta Jr. should get added to it. And the same way they should make a new Goku Jr. who's on Shadow Dragon and World Tournament. So let me know what you guys think. Also, by the way, he would be a new named character because we have GT Goku right here, who's just Kid Goku, right? You go through all the different... There's no, like... So this would be like Goku GT Adult. And then he'd be an LR. Like, so he would be a brand new named character. Akatsuki, please. I'm literally printing you money. Like, just listen to me. I'm giving, like, what? Just watch. They released that card, and Dokkan is top grossing for 2 weeks straight. Don't say I told you so. Okay, I'm just saying. So let me know what you guys think. Again, the Shadow Dragon Saga has a lot to do. This is not one celebration that gets this team on par. This takes a long effort. Like, look at the Planet Namek Saga. Like, they've been scattering Planet Namek Saga units for a long time, and they're still, I think, quite a ways away. I only have 32 units on here, and then these stupid golden freezes really should be removed anyway, obviously, right? But, like, this team has a long way to go, and they've scattered unit releases all over the place. The Shadow Dragon Saga, you know, they kind of just, like, released Omega. Then they, like, released the LR Super Saiyan 4s and Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku at, you know, later times. And, like, that's pretty much it. Like, you know, Omega got his EZA, Nova got his EZA, and I guess they did sort of release Oceanus randomly, but, like, they're not really scattering units in here. I mean, I guess then this guy as well. And, like, this Trunks, I mean, he needs an Awakening. If they gave this Trunks an Awakening, because he's a Shadow Dragon Saga support type unit as well. Yeah, I mean, I guess if they gave him 2 Dokkan Awakenings into a TUR, and he gets up to, you know, 2 key and 40%, to Shadow Dragon Saga, this Trunks would be super good. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Shadow Dragon Saga is a long way away, but it definitely could be a good team in the future. And I mean, here's my big money idea. Akatsuki, please.